Yes guys, and welcome back to another video, and today's another early predictions video. Today, as I've done the Premier League, Championship, and now it's League One's turn, and today I'm going to be doing my early 2023 to 2024 League One predictions this time. Yes, I've been on the grind at the moment, haven't I? So obviously we are still using Tiermaker. But yeah, thank you all for your support, by the way, guys. And by the way, if you think why was I laughing on the Championship video, well, obviously I was on the StreamYard with Harvey, so yeah, and he was giving me loads of stick. It was quite funny. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Actually, smash a like, subscribe, get your notifications, as I'm edging ever closer towards 600 subscribers. If you can get me there, maybe just on the start of the season, or during the start of the season, or just before the Euros, that would be absolutely fantastic. It would mean the world to me to get to 600 subscribers, which would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash like, subscribe, get notifications on, and yeah, let's get on to Tiermaker. Okay guys, so now I am on Tiermaker, and of course, it's another Tiermaker video. Some of you guys might be enjoying this at the moment, so obviously, if you can hear a voice in the background, it is Harvey. So and of course he has just recently returned to YouTube actually. So which is absolutely fantastic. So if you want to subscribe to Harvey's new channel, by the way, I'll leave the link to it in the pinned comments. But however, I will still leave the link to Harvey's old channel, Harvey SUFC, in the description, so you can still subscribe to Harvey SUFC, Harvey's old channel, by the way. So yeah, the first club, in fact, it is Barnsley, playoff finalists last year. Utter heartbreak at Wembley against Sheffield Wednesday, and not gonna lie, Michael Duff has done a fantastic job at Barnsley. He really has. I think Barnsley, for me, straight away, top 6. And I think Barnsley will be in the automatic promotion spots. So, Barnsley, you'll be back in the Championship. So, Barnsley, top 6. And now the next club, it is Blackpool. Just came down from the Championship. I'm not sure with Blackpool, because obviously Jerry Yates, he has been linked with a move away, been linked to Leicester. If they keep hold of him, I'm gonna put Blackpool in the top 6. They won't get automatic promotion, but they will make the playoffs, in my opinion. So, and Blackpool, to be fair, they're a decent side. You know, they're a good run side. Yeah, Blackpool top 6. And now, Bolton Wanderers. Really? Yeah, Bolton Wanderers. Obviously, playoff semi-finalists, lost to Barnsley. In fact, I went to the first leg, actually, of that playoff semi-final against Barnsley. I actually thought it was very tight and even. On a nice sunny day. People think people have predicted early on that Bolton would get automatic promotion. And in my opinion, I think even the bookies' favourites have put Bolton as one of the favourites to go up. However, I will agree on that. But however, I think Bolton will finish in the top 6, but I think Bolton will just fall short in the automatic promotion from the automatics. So Bolton in the playoffs again. And now, Bristol Rovers. I think Bristol Rovers are going to finish in the top 12 this year. Obviously, Joey Barton at the helm. Obviously, Aaron Collins firing goals for fun for Bristol Rovers. Obviously, Bristol Rovers, they're one of them teams who can cause big teams problems. So say like, they can shock a few people. They really can. Bristol Rovers. So, Bristol Rovers, you're finishing in the top 12. Burton Albion. I'm going to put Burton in surviving. Because, obviously, they did survive the drop, but only not by a couple of points. And to be fair, Burton, they were not even in the Championship that long ago. So, obviously, Burton, standard club, aren't they? But I think Burton is going to be another struggle for them this year. So, Bristol Rovers, Burton, surviving. Cambridge United. Obviously, Cambridge had just survived the drop on the final day of the season. And obviously, thankfully, relegated MK Dons in the process. Done the Great Escape. And I think Cambridge are going to survive just again. Cambridge, they had a poor season last year, but to be fair to them, they came back like it was nothing really. But yeah, Cambridge surviving, and now Carlisle United. And I'm sorry to all the Carlisle fans out there, and I think you're the first club to go into my bottom 4. Obviously, Carlisle, to be fair to them, before their relegation in like 2015 or something like that, they had been in League One for quite a while. Obviously, Paul Simpson, Paul Simpson, the manager, obviously got Carlisle up for the League Two playoffs. And obviously, I got a fact for you as well. Who was the last Carlisle manager, to get promoted? No, to just achieve promotion. It was actually Paul Simpson himself back in 2006, when Carlisle got promoted from League 2, from the National League up to League 1. So to secure back-to-back promotions and even winning the league in the process as well. So there's a little stat for you Carlisle fans out there. But Carlisle, they did beat Stockport in the playoff final. At the end, Carlisle, they were fantastic, and they did deserve to go up. So, Carlisle, bottom 4. And now Charlton Athletic. Ooh. I'm going to put Charlton in top 12. It's going to be another average year for Charlton. I don't know why. Charlton are just one of them average teams. They can not cause upsets, not cause problems, but just sitting there. So yeah. Cheltenham Town. I'm going to put Cheltenham in mid-table. However, though, it could change because obviously Alfie May, by the way, Alfie May, who has been an absolute fantastic player over the past 2 seasons in League One, for Cheltenham. Obviously, he has been linked, obviously, to another League One side, and even been linked to Wrexham. But obviously, if he stays, I think he will stay. He'll fire in goals again for fun. And to be fair, Cheltenham, they're one of the bogey teams for some of the big teams, for the big dogs in this division. But yeah, Cheltenham mid-table, and now Derby County. Okay, where do we put them? Obviously, Derby at the start of last season, we all did knew if they were going to start the season or were they going to fold as a club. But however, thankfully they had the takeover and they just fell short in the playoffs. Obviously, all their free signings, obviously they had David McGoldrick, who actually just came back to his boyhood club, Notts County, which was mad. So Curtis Davis. But if Derby reinvest correctly again in the summer, I'm going to put Derby in the top 6, and I think Derby will be promoted to the Championship. And hopefully, you know what, it's going to be really close between Barnsley, Derby, and Bolton for me, or even maybe Blackpool as well, to be fair. But Derby, they're too big for this division. They have to get out of it very soon. So I think this year coming will be the year that Derby County will be back in the Championship. So, and yeah, Exeter City, good season last year, and it's going to be another good season this year for Exeter. Obviously, they were brilliant last year. In the big games, they say, like the big teams, they've obviously did really well, and obviously in both Devon derbies against Plymouth last season, I watched the first one at Home Park. I thought Exeter played really well that day. Obviously Jay Stansfield, obviously getting a few contributions in there as well. And obviously the game at St James's Park, even though I didn't watch it, but Exeter fans, let me know how did you play that day, even though Plymouth won 1-0, which was a massive win for them, considering obviously Plymouth, they're the higher club in Devon now, considering Plymouth are back in the Championship. Exeter in League One, and Torquay are in the National League South, would you believe it? So obviously, for Exeter, it's going to be another good year for them. So yeah, Exeter fans, let me know what you think. Fleetwood Town. Scott Brown at the helm. Survive. Fleetwood, I think they'll be down there again this year. But at the end of the day, if Fleetwood stay up again, that's fair enough. My apologies. I don't know what Harvey's doing, but oh god, here he is again, acting like a hooligan. So yeah, Fleetwood surviving, and now Leyton Orient. I'm gonna put Leyton Orient in top 12. Obviously, Leyton Orient stormed League 2 last year, by far the best team in the league. Richie Wellens at the helm, and Leyton Orient, they're a nice club. Obviously, League 2 champions is going to be it could be a struggle for them next year, but however, I do think Leyton Orient will be the better out the 4 promoted teams, like them, Stevenage, Northampton, and Carlisle. So yeah, Leyton Orient top 12. Lincoln mid-table, they're just average, aren't they? They're just average. They're an average team, aren't they, Lincoln? But bar the season where they got to the playoff final but lost to Blackpool. So imagine this. What a coincidence this would be. Lincoln get into the playoffs and play Blackpool in the playoff final. What a coincidence that would be. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But you never know in football. Anything can happen. It's a beautiful game. So Northampton Town, Zach Tominski. Zach Tominski and co. I'm sorry, I'm joking, Zach. I'm joking. Northampton, I think they're another club that's going to go into my bottom 4. Obviously Sam Hoskins, who is an absolute fantastic player and a key player as well in the Northampton squad, and absolutely pivotal in their promotion charge. and eventually got over the line at the end. I just think Northampton are going to struggle this year, next year. I think they will. They are going to struggle. But at the end of the day, Northampton, like, they can cause big team problem. They can cause teams problems. They really can. They look really good going forward. But at the end of the day, if they just can't, if they don't ended up doing that this season, then they are in big trouble. And now, Oxford United. I think it will be better than last year. But however, though, for a club like Oxford, surviving the drop, that is absolutely shambolic, really. Because Oxford, they were in the playoff final not that long ago. Yeah, Oxford, right? They were 90 minutes away from the championship, but they lost to Wycombe Wanderers, they lost to Blackpool in the playoffs, and ever since, it's downfall. So, yeah. Peterborough United. I think Peterborough, they will be in the playoffs. Heartbreak again to Wednesday, would you believe it? On penalties! When they were 4-0 up. And they somehow blew it away. They somehow blew it at Hillsborough. That was embarrassing, wasn't it, Arvs? Embarrassing. So, but yeah, Darren Ferguson, if he stays, that's good. But and to be fair to Peterborough, I think they could be up there as well this year. But yeah, Peterborough, top 6. Now Portsmouth, Pompey. You know what? I'm gonna put Portsmouth in the top 6. Obviously, John Mousinho at the helm. By the way, I actually have a lot of followers who actually are Pompey fans. And obviously, Portsmouth, they're a big club. They are a big club, and they shouldn't even be in League One. But at the end of the day, they're just not good out of there. But to be fair to Portsmouth, right? When I went to Fratton Park, I was like, wow. I have not experienced an atmosphere like that before in an English football game. Seriously, Pompey, they generally have one of the best fans in this division. They really do. But going on the football side of things, Portsmouth, they have made a couple of signings near then, but there's plenty more to come for Portsmouth. Roden Curtis, what's happening with him? If he stays, then that's absolutely brilliant, because obviously, and by the way, I like Roden Curtis. He's an absolute baller, probably the best player in the Pompey team. And yeah, 4-0 written all over it. Tom, Andrew, the boys. Tom, how do you think you'll do next season? Drop it in the comments. And now, Port Vale. You know what? I think Port Vale are going to be mid-table this year, because, in all fairness to Port Vale, they were really good. They were good. Don't get me wrong, they were good. But in say like a couple of games, they were really bad. And obviously Darren Clark eventually did get the sack. I don't know what it is. But by the way, PVFC Zone. By the way, if you haven't followed Jay, by the way, PVFC Zone, then you're living under a rock. He is an absolute talent guy. He's such a sound guy. If you haven't followed him, do it now. Or you support Stoke City. And Port Vale fans, you do not want to support Stoke, considering the Potteries derby. Ooh. You know what, to be fair, it would be nice if they played each other, actually. Properly, so... Yeah. Port Vale, to be fair against Bolton, I thought they weren't that bad. They weren't that bad, to be fair. I think they took the lead as well. Oh, I think Bolton took the lead and then Port Vale equalised. And by the way, Port Vale actually bought like 2,000 or a thousand or something. Well, they sold the whole top stand, which was absolutely fantastic for Port Vale. So that's so I've got to give them credit for that. But yeah, Port Vale mid-table. Now Reading, Louis, LB Vlogger. Harvey, what are we thinking? What are we thinking for Reading?
Well, that points deduction might affect them. I don't know.
Which ended up getting relegated. However, though, I think Reading, first season back in League One after 20 odd years, by the way. I think Reading, they will just fall short from the playoffs. So I think Reading, I think they'll finish 7th. But if they do get promoted, and obviously they lost Lucas João. I think his contract got expired. I think I'm not sure, but yeah. I'm not sure for Reading fans. Let me know what you think. And now Shrewsbury Town. I think it's going to be another top 12 finish for Shrewsbury. Even though Steve Cotterill has left the club now. But if they get someone good in, I think they could not challenge for playoffs, but be mid-table. So, yeah. Stevenage. I think they're going to go down. Steve Evans at the helm. Actually, the king of promotions, actually. When Stevenage got promoted, he recorded like his 9th promotion or something like that, which was absolutely mental. And yeah, Stevenage, that's the same with Leyton Orient, really. They haven't been in the League One for quite a while. But I do think Stevenage, they will go down. And but for Stevenage, they'll be interesting to see next year. So, and now Wigan Athletic. Right. What are we thinking here? By the way, obviously Wigan, they have had off-field issues. Obviously, they haven't paid the players' wages in months. Twice in May, and obviously Wigan, they will start the season with a minus 8-point deduction. And obviously, they just had a takeover. But by the way, guys, even though I do have a connection, obviously Bolton's my second team and everything. Obviously, Wigan are Bolton's big rivals. In my opinion, right? Honestly, I am glad that they got the takeover done because obviously it's not nice to see a club fold, especially even if it's. I know Harvey will be glad if Wednesday folded, but if Wednesday folded, considering he's a massive Blades fan, but. If you know what I mean, like, obviously, Bury was Bolton's, local rival before Bury didn't go extinct and everything. However, though, I originally put Wigan just outside the playoffs. Wigan fans, feel free to disagree, and that will be fair. But however, though, I'm going to put Wigan in my bottom 4. I just can't see Wigan. If Wigan come back from that 8-point deduction, then that's fair play to them. Honestly, well, when their last season were in League One, they were still in administration. Just survived. They did survive the drop, and then obviously the next season they just stormed the league. Which was absolutely bonkers. So, and now Wycombe Wanderers. I'm going to put Wycombe in top 12. No, actually, no, I'm going to put Exeter in mid-table. Oh, I'm trying to. There we go. I think Wycombe, they will just fall short. Again, I think Wycombe will just fall short, missing out on the top 6. Matt Bloomfield at the helm. But yeah. So my top 6, obviously I think Barnsley, it will be Barnsley, Derby, Bolton, Blackpool, Peterborough and Portsmouth. And my bottom 4 is Northampton, Wigan, Carlisle and Stevenage. If there's any changes that you want to make to this tier list, I'll leave the link to the tier list down in the description. So you could do what you want. Wigan fans, if you think you'll finish just outside the playoffs or something like that, then that's just fair enough to you guys. But I just think... coming back to Wigan, I just think with obviously the point deduction, I think they're gonna go down to League Two. But if they stay up, then that's fair enough. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash a like, subscribe, and I'll be what do they need to do if they subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash a like, subscribe, and
turn on post notifications.
Exactly, turn your notifications so you don't miss any football content on this channel in the near distant future. So yeah, this video will be out tomorrow, and then obviously and League 2 predictions will be out on Monday on a grind, and then 20 likes, fair enough. And then maybe next weekend I'll be back for this, but for the Scottish Premiership. So hope you guys do enjoy that as well. Hope you guys keep your eyes peeled for that. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video here. Smash a like, subscribe, and
Turn on post notifications.
this is through the outro now. But yeah, hope you guys do this video. Smash a like, subscribe, get notifications on, and thank you all for watching the video here. And love, peace, and techers.